Hello and welcome to another episode of Blue Alpine TV. In today's short episode, we'll talk about whether the altcoin market will go up again and how you can position yourself in the best way possible to profit from it. So let's jump right into this kind of news story, or actually it's a tweet. And for the podcast listeners, we're currently looking at a graphic from Twitter from it's a graphic from Fundstrat, which is a research company, and Thomas Lee, which is a part of that research company, has retweeted this from someone else. So it's basically saying that during mid-November, the crazy rise of the altcoins began up until the first, January 13th. And then it jumped back down until more or less 2 days ago. And what they're saying is that the gains from mid-November until mid-January have been just as much as the losses from mid-January until mid-March, so approximately until now. And they're saying that the bottom has been reached, so all of the people who have bought into the hype, who have bought into the price action, actually have dropped out again. So it's very plausible or possible that now the accumulation phase begins, and then towards the summer the altcoins will rise again. This is one theory that Fundstrat is saying. We actually believe that it could be quite possible that this actually happens. As always, we don't invest into the price action. We believe in the fundamentals of the coins. Nonetheless, and that being said, I think now might be an actual good point to invest into certain cryptocurrencies that you were researching at or that you were reading our reports on. Obviously, this is not a financial advice, so you should talk to a financial advisor and do your own research. But it could be quite a good time to actually jump on the ship and invest into those cryptocurrencies that you were thinking about investing. Now, which ones should you invest in? I don't want this channel to become one of the channel that says, well, the top 5 or the top 3 coins that you should invest in. So I won't give out any recommendations here. However, what we always say and what I think is a good approach is think about investments in terms of investment theses. So what is your investment thesis? Where do you see this whole cryptocurrency market going? What cryptocurrencies do you think will be around not only in 6 to 12 months, but in 3, 5, 10, 15 years? So which ones of these cryptocurrencies that you currently see in the, let's say, top 50 or even top 100 have a case that you think is actually quite viable and will make it through regulation, through users dropping off, bad news, all of these things like this crypto winter that everyone is always talking about, where nobody's buying and the price is going kind of sideways. Which coins should you invest there? So build your investment thesis on that. I think it's when you look at the top coins, it's always Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Ripple, and Bitcoin Cash is a bit kind of a hedge against those 3 main ones, I would say. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin, in my opinion, are always very strong coins that you could put into, let's say, even an index type of portfolio, where you would buy all of those 3. You would split it up in a way that you think is feasible. Bitcoin becoming the digital gold or the peer-to-peer currency, Ethereum becoming the world's programmable computer, the DApp platform, Litecoin becoming actually the currency that is applying the changes of Lightning Network and all of these upcoming changes quicker than Bitcoin. So all of these things. Neo, for example, hyped as the Chinese Ethereum and a very known and beloved ICO platform. Stellar from the founders also of Ripple, which is very quick and which is very simple in terms of setting it up. Monero and Dash, which are kind of the privacy coins. So if you believe that, for example, news like the Panama Papers or other types of leaks where be it celebrities or government officials or politicians were caught stealing money or hiding money, one of your investment theses could actually be that Monero is a good investment, because people can use Monero in order to hide money, be it for legal or illegal reasons. That doesn't really matter in the end. Just the technology allows you to hide your money from prying eyes, basically. Then we have WeChain, which is kind of going into the logistics, RFID type of area. We have Quantum, which is taking the best of Ethereum and Bitcoin and building on top of it. We have Omisego, which we also mentioned and we did an analysis on, which is kind of tackling the remittances market. We have Nano, which is quite fast in terms of transactions. Zcash, another privacy coin. Binance coin, obviously with Binance's news coming out and Binance becoming the de facto really good cryptocurrency exchange, Binance coin could not only be a quite good investment in terms of their type of coin technology, but also it will give you a good amount of discount in terms of coins that you could exchange this for. And then we have other things like Walton Chain, 0x for decentralized exchanges. So if you believe that decentralized exchanges will become the future this year, you should invest in 0x. Pivx, something also in the privacy sector. What else do we have? Elf, also privacy focused. Then we have here Enigma, also with a very strong team in terms of privacy as well. So there are a lot of different interesting coins. That being said, keep in mind that the theory, and I would say in practice, it will still be that the top 10, top 5, top 20 coins in that area will probably kind of split off and really go their own way and become really, really big. And the entire bottom 20 to 50 or 20 to 100 coins will actually bottom out, and we'll have to fight for those top places, because currently a lot of altcoins are being created based on Ethereum, based on Bitcoin. And if Bitcoin gets Lightning Network, if Ethereum solves certain scaling challenges, a lot of these coins will actually become unnecessary and won't really have a perfect use case. So keep this in mind when investing into altcoins. So if you build kind of like a blue chips index of those top coins, you will probably go in a good direction. You could technically look at Ethereum, Litecoin becoming or being the altcoins that are have potential gains. Don't forget, Ethereum was close to $1,200 a couple of days ago or weeks, and is now down to 550, 560, something like this. So there's a lot of potential for upside if you can understand and invest into the fundamental coins. And that being said, like we've said already on Saturday on the podcast episode, and if you've not signed up to the podcast, make sure to sign up for the podcast, because sometimes we do special episodes just on audio. Build your investment thesis, buy your coins based on the percentages that you think will happen in the future. We will talk about investment thesis a lot more in the future. We'll also talk about the different coins and where they fit into what kind of portfolio. So stay tuned for that. But for now, build your investment thesis, research the coins, read our research reports, and based on that, do your investments and invest in a smart and long-term way. With that, guys, we're already at the end of today's episode. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you on the next one. Take care.